Question. How many of you guys have heard of fire tornadoes or firewhirls? Yeah, I know. That's a new one on me. I've never heard of this one, but this has been popping up on my news feed the last couple of days. And I was going nutsoid about it. And the comments, what I see, are totally ridiculous. And it's not believable at all. I mean, so much BS. I can't believe it. I've not once heard of a fire tornado or a fire whirl or fire twister. Not in a million years. But stems to reason. That's possibly the cause of all the bushfires, all that stuff. But for a few minutes, it would cause a lot of damage, now wouldn't it? I mean, it looks so alien to me. It looks like a directed energy weapon, doesn't it? You know what I mean? And for this to exist now, and I've not heard it previously, now that is very strange, I think. And how many of you guys have heard of fire tornado, fire whirl, or whatever hell it's called? I mean, to see one of these in action, I would just run the other direction. I wouldn't stay around and film it, that's for sure. Like some people do. But, you know, fire hot world of fire tornadoes, no. Not a chance have I heard of this. I understand the physics of fire, all that stuff. It's supposed to supposed to twirl up hot ash or whatever, where the hot ash come from. You know what I mean? That is a total BS explanation. That's just as bad as ice crystals forming all these stupidly bizarre phenomenon in the sky. But, you know, aftermath of a fire tornado, ray tornado, or oh, come on. If you believe that, you believe anything. Am I right? Fire tornadoes, yeah. Nah. I've not seen any movies on this, because it would make a good movie actually, wouldn't it? Or documentaries. I've only seen one National Geographic video on it, so they do exist now. I mean, this is probably the cause of all the fires, all the bushfires and stuff like that the last couple of years. It stems the reason now into why, you know, all these bushfires happen, you know, wildfires and all that stuff, because of fire tornadoes. And just recently I saw a bunch of firefighters actually trying to combat it, which was quite strange. They'd never seen anything like that either. I mean, I would have heard about this, you know, years ago if it was actually true, but I've only come across this the last couple of days, and I'm still stunned over it, and I'm just puzzled by why now? Is this a soft disclosure or something, do you think? I mean, the way I see it, all this stuff is popping up out of the woodwork, so to speak. It's, to me, it does sound like a soft disclosure type thing, you know? So, I'm just wondering How many of you guys have heard of this? Fire tornadoes, firewhirls, or whatever they're called. You know? I'm just wondering about this. I mean, there you go, wildfire today, fire tornadoes. What the... Are we so out of the box that we just seem to be popping this information in our heads all of a sudden? No, I don't think so. I mean, look at that. That would be all over the mainstream news by now if that was the case. Fire tornado destroying a house. You know, I mean, what the heck? No, definitely not. It looked like that looks to me looks like a directed energy weapon. You know, in the skies of fire. You know, come on, that is just ridiculous. Come on, I would have heard about this. This is so weird. I mean, to me, that this looks completely alien. You know, Firewhirls called some places, fire tornadoes, all that stuff. No, not in a million years have I heard about this. I mean, this is going to be one of the most dangerous things ever came about. I mean, hopefully we don't get these in the UK. I hope not, because it would have been disastrous for us if we ever did. But then again, we do have wildfires as well. Maybe that's what happened here. You know what I mean? Fire tornadoes. You know. So, nah. All these memes popping up out of the woodwork. I would have heard about it until now, you know. What I haven't, I would have heard about this a couple of days ago when that stuff popped up. You know, fiery daredevils destroy everything. Yes, I know that, but I have not heard about it until recently. I would have known about it. This is just too messed up. I mean, the blaming fire tornadoes now on all these bushfires. Yeah, right. Come off it. Do you think I was born yesterday? Well, I could have been born yesterday, all I know. All this reality shifting. Oh, what the hell is going on? But there we go. That's the video I was telling you about, where the firefighters were actually firefighting. There was a person in the cabin in the car, like recording it, and the bloke just threw a rock at it to disperse it. No, definitely not. I would have heard about this a long time ago if this was all true. You know what I mean? This is just too bizarre. No, definitely not. You know, I'm just getting used to all this strange, weird phenomenon that's coming about. But fire tornadoes and firewhirls, no, that is a completely new one to be scared of. But you know, they say there's a normal tornado, but they say it's rapid fire tornadoes. No, come off it. How many? Like I said before, how many of you guys have heard of this stuff? You know, I know it says Australia, but I reckon it's happening all over the world now. You know, with all these random bushfires that keep popping up. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I'm not convinced. However, I am totally not convinced of this is a natural phenomenon. I would have heard about it before now. And it's just mind-boggling to say the least. I'm just, you know, these people are weird. be honest. No, definitely not. See, play with fire, will you'll be surely get burned. You know that old saying. Yes, and these, you know, what I mean, no, definitely not. That is purely a directed energy weapon in the form of fire. You know, that's not natural. It cannot be really natural. It can't be. You know, it's like somebody pointing a finger down at the ground and just burning stuff, you know, for the sake of it. But no, it's probably the reason why California bushfires started, because of fire tornadoes. You know, but nevertheless, I'm just guessing at this point. Nah, I don't believe it whatsoever. This is a natural phenomenon. You know, Portugal, you see, Fire Devil, it's often known as. But like I said, I have not heard about this whatsoever. And it's one of the most strangest things I've come across. How about you guys? Mandela effect, or have I not been paying attention? Yeah, fire tornadoes. Pull the other one. If it's all too rare phenomenon, why is all this photos and footage keep popping up all over the place on my newsfeed and stuff like that? You know, it's just one of those bizarre things, I guess, that we'll never know the truth of what's going on. I mean, I've never came across this until 2 days ago, when it's all popped up on my newsfeed on Facebook and YouTube, which I find quite disturbing. And I looked at it at total astonishment. That's a lot. WTF, I've never heard of this. And I've asked a few of my friends as well, and they've never heard of it either. So either this is a new phenomenon that's going around, or it's been around for years and years and years, and they just tried to cover it up. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, when you see a fire tornado coming down, you would just run the opposite direction. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You know, fire tornadoes on the Hollywood sign. Yeah, right. That's a totally new one. This would make a great disaster movie. You know, end of the world type stuff. No, but no, Hollywood. No, I would have heard about that one. Fire tornadoes, complete, utter. I'm not swearing, but you get the idea. No, never heard of it. This is a completely new one, over my head, out of the box question. Why I have not seen these before. Can anyone tell me? I bet you can't. And I'm just sitting here reporting new stuff as I go along, and there's no way have I heard this before. You know, it's so bizarre. I hope we don't get these in the UK, because it would be a complete disaster for us if it does ever occur. I mean, when to my knowledge, we never had these in the UK before, and I lived here for all my life, and I'm 44 years old now, and I have not once recalled hearing about a fire tornado, ever. So that's my 2 cents on this. Question is to you guys now. Have you ever heard of a fire tornado ever happening around where you are? And if it has, how long have you known about it? I'm signing off for now, because I don't want to swear.